Peace and Quiet, a Yiddishe folktale from Eastern Europe.
Once there was a man who lived by himself in a little house. He was a farmer, and on his farm lived cows and horses, goats and chickens. Now he would have been quite happy except for one thing. He could never sleep at night because his house was so noisy. When he lay down in his bed at night, he would pull up the covers to try to go to sleep. But the door creaked, creak, and the floorboards squeaked, squeak, and the windows rattled, rattle, rattle, rattle. Finally, the poor man went to see the wise woman. And he told her all about the terrible noises that kept him awake at night. The wise woman listened to his story, and she thought for a while. "Do you have a chicken?" she asked. "Yes, I have many chickens," the man answered. "Tonight, bring a chicken into your house," the wise woman advised. The man went home, and he took a chicken and brought it into his house. Then he lay down to sleep and pulled up the covers and went to bed. And then the door creaked, creak, and the floorboards squeaked, squeak, and the windows rattled, rattle tat tat tat, rattle tat tat, and the chicken cackled, buck 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 buck. The man got even less sleep than the night before. So the next day, he went again to see the wise woman. "Oh, wise woman," he moaned, "I did what you told me. I took a chicken into my house, and the noise is even worse than before." The wise woman listened and nodded and thought for a while. "Do you have a goat?" she asked. "Yes," answered the man, "I have many goats." "Tonight, bring a goat into the house," said the wise woman. The man went home, and he took a goat out of the barn and brought it into his house. Then he lay down to sleep in his bed, and he pulled up the covers, and he tried to sleep. But the door creaked, creak, and the floorboards squeaked, squeak, and the windows rattled, rattle tat tat, rattle tat tat, and the chicken cackled, buck buck buck, and the goat went, bah, bah. The man laid there the whole night in bed with his eyes open. The next day he went to see the wise woman again. "Oh, wise woman, he said, "I did what you told me. I took a goat into my house. The noise is unbearable." The wise woman listened and thought for a long time. "Do you have a cow?" she asked. "Yes," the man answered, "I have several cows." "Tonight," the wise woman told him, "bring a cow into your house." The man went home and took a cow into his house. And then he lay down to sleep on his bed. And he pulled up the covers and he tried to sleep. But the door creaked, creak, and the floorboards squeaked, squeak, and the windows rattled, rattle, 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 and the chicken cocked, buck, 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 and the goat bleated, bah, bah, and the cow mooed, moo, moo. The man spent the whole night sitting up in bed. He couldn't fall asleep. He was holding his ears. The next day, he went to see the wise woman again. Wise woman, he whimpered, I did what you told me. I took a cow into my house. Now I can no longer sleep. How can a person work if he does not sleep? How can a person live if he does not work? The wise woman listened and thought for a while and looked at the man. Do you have a horse? She asked. I know, said the man, and he returned home. That night, the man took a horse into his little house. And then he lay down to sleep. He pulled up the covers over himself to go to bed, and he tried to sleep. But the door creaked, creak, and the floorboards squeaked, squeak, and the windows rattled, rattle, 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 and the chicken cackled, buck, 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 and the goat bleated, bah, bah, and the cow mooed, moo, moo, and the horse whinnied, neigh, neigh, and the man got up and got dressed, and he went very quickly. In fact, he ran to the house of the wise woman. Wise woman, wise woman. Tears streamed down the man's face. Help me, help me. I think, said the wise woman, that it's time to make all those noisy animals leave your house. Wearily, the man trudged home, and he sleepily led the horse out of the house, and the cow out of the house, and the goat out of the house, and the chicken out of the house. And then he lay in his bed and pulled up the covers, and he fell asleep. The door creaked, creak, but he did not wake up. The floorboards squeaked, squeak, but he did not wake up. The windows rattled, rattle, 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 but he did not wake up. He slept like a baby until sunrise. At last, the man sighed as he got out of bed. At last, peace and quiet. The end.